Suicide Squad, Suicide Squad, time to watch Suicide Squad.
Why is the top going off?
I don't know.
Let's go.
Are we eating a banana in the car?
Yeah, did you like the banana, Derek?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was a banana.
Yeah, out of like 10.
Banana. Out of 10, it was. I'd say it's 1 out of 1. You give it to him if he says a code word. Just for convenience.
Final thoughts. All right, so starting from Elliot.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, I thought that was really good. Way better than the last Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's granted. The last Suicide Squad was a low bar, but I give it a solid 7 out of 10. Great.
All right, Jack. Sick. All right, Vincent.
King Shark is best shark.
True, Derek.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I don't get the hate from the other Suicide Squad. I actually like that one.
I like the first Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I think you're the only one. I think you're the odd man out here, Elliot.
It was just kind of.
No, I agree with Elliot.
The last movie had like no depth. The characters were like so fucking bland. Like there was no depth. The story in that movie was weak. I don't know. It just didn't hit with me.
The soundtrack was fire.
Okay, that is true. I
In
give you
both
that.
of them?
Soundtrack in both, very solid. I can't disagree with that. Otherwise,
I think the soundtrack in the first one was a bit out of nowhere. Sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like
It was good.
They used 9 different songs in the span of like 7 minutes.
Sure.
But that was a little bit odd. But yep. There were some good ones though. Heather's bangs. Yeah.
massive step up. Very, very good. The cinematography in that film, in the second one, very good. I like that a lot, especially the intro scene. Which I'm not gonna
Oh
spoil.
yeah.
That one was pretty interesting. I like that one a lot.
I loved that that like old feel they were going for with a lot of the movie. Yeah, give me like an old Tarantino film, like Pulp Fiction kind of vibes.
The visual effects were also very solid. Those are some of the best I've seen in a little bit.
True.
Flower.
Wait. Who let you walk out here with Crocs?
With socks on.
The Suicide Squad by James Gunn. Sit down, grab a drink, let's talk about it. First, so the day that we watched the movie, I watched it with some friends. You saw them in the intro section. We did a part of the Care Package podcast. And if you want to watch that and see our reactions, make sure to go to the Care Package YouTube channel. Or if you want to listen to it, there's a Spotify link that is in the description below. As always, it's been there all the time. So, hey, check out the podcast. Anyways, shameless self-promotion aside, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad is very good. Extremely solid. Now, there's going to be comparisons to the first movie, and it is just so much better than the 2016 Suicide Squad. The jokes, they land. It's a rated R film, it's violent and gory, and the action all works super well. The choreography, fabulous. DC has always been good at hiring directors that know their choreography, and, well, this is no different. The fight choreography, very good. Take notes, Black Widow. But yeah, the movie was paced very well. The characters were likable. And it was very funny. It was very violent and gory and all of that. But it was also very funny. So a really fun rated R, goofy action superhero gore fest that really knows what it is. It doesn't try to take itself too seriously. And it plays its strengths by kind of making out how ridiculous these characters are and how ridiculous the situation is and how goofy some of their powers are. It's really great. Also, King Shark, legend. Absolutely loved him. So, overall, my rating of the Suicide Squad is going to have to be 80. It's just very good. It's a very solid movie. Not a lot of complaints. Very funny. The gore, yep, there. The characters, the writing, much improved, and the fight choreography, excellent. So, yeah. Why isn't it higher than an 80? Well, I mean, it was a very enjoyable experience, but it doesn't do anything I would consider memorable or outstanding. It's a movie that I like a lot, but I don't think it's a super memorable movie as things go. But who knows? That's just what I think about it now. Anyways, review over, spoiler talk time. First up, I really like Harley Quinn's character. I really liked Birds of Prey. I think that movie was very criminally underrated and the marketing didn't do it justice. It was a great movie, and it took the best part of Suicide Squad, which was Harley Quinn's character. I loved her chaotic, crazy energy, and she kind of had her own thing going on in this movie, which in some cases people can chalk it up to, oh, whoa, the narrative wasn't, like, she kind of fell out of place, maybe not coherent, but I like Harley Quinn having her own thing going on. She had that amazing fight with her just, doing a ballerina dance with pistols, and then later taking a spear and just absolutely destroying a line of soldiers. And as the flowers pop out, all that visualization, beautiful. That's all that's happening in her head. She's great. I love how crazy Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn is, and I think Margot Robbie creates this really great Harley Quinn, and I'm really glad that she's here. There was the beginning scene where, like, a bunch of people all died, including Captain Boomerang, which I actually liked from the 2016 Suicide Squad. Didn't like a lot about that, but I think people, like the directors, realized that, hey, this was the character that was kind of witty from that movie that people like, so let's kill him off. And that just kind of set the tone for everything. That first scene, it was gory. It was just ridiculous. It was hilarious. It was like that good mixture of being gross, ridiculous, and funny. And I think that did it really well. That was pretty solid. Rick Flag was also a returning character, and he is written much better here. He is not just, he's still a soldier dude, but he has his own morals. There's the part where he talked about, John Cena, this isn't right. We shouldn't, I'm done, I'm through with the US government and this corrupt stuff. And then he had his face off with John Cena's character, which was pretty cool on its own. Yeah. Speaking of that segue, John Cena's Peacemaker. Really great chemistry with I would say, our protagonist, Bloodshot. And they're kind of foils of each other. And they kind of had different routes going on. They had the same abilities, but very different philosophies. And that can be seen even in their fighting style. John Cena's Peacemaker, very brutal and very flashy. Getting in there with the machetes and the hatchets, just chopping up bodies. And then there's Bloodshot, who, he's much stealthier. And also there was his reflection as being a father that contrasts Ratcatcher's experience of being a daughter, and they kind of bond over that, which is pretty cool. Ratcatcher is pretty likable. There's also King Shark, lovely, and Polka Dot Man, lovely. Great gag characters. They're super cool. King Shark, a lot of moments where the physical comedy of him being a shark really shined through. Got a lot of laughs. And speaking of physical comedy, the final boss, Stardo. Man, he was there was that section where Rick Flag died, and he was just kind of scary at that point. You only saw one limb. He was like a Lovecraftian monster almost. And then he just stood up. And then there was a giant title screen of Stardo versus the Guardians of the the Suicide Squad. And that was just hilarious. I knew that they thought he looked goofy and they're playing to that strength. And I loved it. He was so hilarious. The fact that he was just a giant starfish, that was really good. The more serious stuff with the Thinker, the government, and that, it's there. It's not anything outstanding, but I don't think it's handled too poorly either. And that kind of that was the backdrop behind this amazing gore fest, which is what this movie is. And overall, yeah, I really loved this movie. I thought it was really fun. That's why I gave it the 80%, despite not being super outstanding or memorable in any way, like a movie I reviewed last year, which was A Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which is not a fair comparison because that was an indie film and a much more art house, artsy film. And this is a blockbuster, but this is very fun. That one was more thought-provoking. It's not a very thought-provoking film, but it was definitely extremely fun. Out of all the DC movies, I still think Shazam is my favorite DC movie. Again, I like them being fun. Shazam was my favorite DC movie, and then this is probably pretty high up there. Oh, actually, no, Joker is definitely, but Joker is very different in its tone compared to the other superhero DCEU movies. I wouldn't even consider Joker a DCEU movie. It feels more like a standalone art house piece than anything. And other DC movies that I liked a lot, Aquaman. Like, that was funny, that was adventurous, and that was spectacular. And compared to this, it wasn't as polished, there was a lot more flaws, but just talking about things I value in movies, how memorable it is, and a part of that comes with, like, sets and grandiose, or just really memorable moments. This movie didn't have a lot of that, but it was very fun, thoroughly enjoyable all the way through. So that's why I'm giving this very high kudos as that goes, and why it didn't get higher kudos than some other movies. So yeah, that's what I think about The Suicide Squad. If you want to hear my other friends' opinions on top of just the final thoughts that you heard, go check out the Care Package podcast. That will probably be up like a week maybe from now or two. I don't know. Elliot will get to working on it. Anyways, yep, that's it. Watch it. I mean, you already watched it. This is the spoiler section, but hope you enjoyed the movie. Hope you enjoyed my takes and my opinions and hearing me out. I always appreciate you guys here, so thanks for watching till the end. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.